Hello, what's up? We live. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Wheesearch Live with me, Jay Iziah. So today, we're gonna be doing foundation. So foundation is like one of the most important parts. It's the base. It is literally what's on your face, all over your face. Cause you know, eyeshadows is on the eye, blush is on the cheeks, highlighter. I mean, we put highlighter everywhere because we like to glow, but. Foundation is like one of the most important parts of the makeup routine. So today we're just gonna go in with some drugstore foundations along with some higher end. So we are gonna go through Lancome, MAC Cosmetics, Maybelline, NYX Cosmetics, and then my all-time favorite holy grail foundation right now is the Hello Happy foundation by Benefit Cosmetics. So without further ado, let's just get into this foundation review. Ooh, I have been killing it with the rhymes lately. Without further ado, let's get to this foundation review. Hey! Yo, if y'all trying to sign me, anybody trying to sign me, hit me up, Jay Iziah. I'm done. Socials in the description below, you know. I mean, I'm slightly being serious. But what is up, everybody? If you just joined this broadcast, please make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button so you can see more from Wheesearch in the future. And if you would like to follow me on any of my socials, they are all in the description below. I feel like I've been killing it on Instagram lately, so like if y'all want to check that out, show some love, leave some comments, let's do that. All right, so what I wanted to do today is I'm gonna turn down the music just a tad. Give me 1 second. Okay, there we go. So we turn it down just a bit. Okay, so how this works. I like foundation, there's multiple things that you can do with it. Like you can apply it with a brush. You can apply it with a stippling brush, which is a different type of brush. A beauty blender, or a blending sponge, because it's not an actual blending, why can't I talk? It's only 2 o'clock. It's not an actual beauty blender like the brand. It is Real Techniques, but it's a blending sponge. Okay. And then this really odd applicator, this is that silicone gel applicator. I just figured that I would throw this in here. I probably won't use it because it's not part of my actual routine anyway. So, but you know, I threw it in here just for the fun of it. We might use it, we might. Okay, so starting off, let's kind of go cheaper and then build our way up, and then we'll end on a mid-range foundation. Is one that I personally am in love with. It's like my holy grail. All right, so I think let's get this. I want to look some things up too. Let me grab a phone real quick and I'll be right back. I was like, I know I had this phone near me. Okay, we are back. Alrighty. Okay, so let's look this up real quick. So my 2 highest end, like I'm not new to makeup anymore. I wouldn't say that. I've been doing makeup for about 7 to 8 months now, and I never know the exact date I actually started. So who knows? But I've been doing makeup for about, I would say 7 to 8 months for sure. And my first ever foundation, the first ever foundation I tried was Lancome. Now, at the time, I didn't know that Lancome was like more of a higher up brand. I didn't really get the difference between the levels in brands like drugstore versus high-end versus like designer like Chanel, Marc Jacobs, all that stuff. So I had to go to the Ulta employee and I asked her to help me find out my foundation, and she said, you would look great in Lancome. So at that time, I didn't know the prices of foundations or anything like that, so it didn't hurt my pockets at the time. But now, since then, since I've used foundations that are cheaper and that are a lot better, I don't necessarily go to high end thinking that it's gonna be a better foundation, because that changes all the time. Just depends on the brand and the formula and the foundation. Hi, Amira, welcome to the broadcast. How you doing today? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button if you're enjoying. But how have you been, Amira? So we're just going over different foundations. I'm gonna demo these two, but we're gonna start at the more expensive ones first and then drop down to drugstore, and then we'll end on my favorite foundation, which is the Hello Happy Foundation by Benefit Cosmetics, and we will do my full base routine. All right, so starting off with the Lancome, I'm gonna look up how much the Lancome foundation is because honestly, I do not remember. Like, I bought this foundation 7 months ago. That makes sense because that's when I started doing makeup. All right, so let's see, Lancome, what is this called? All right, so this is the Lancome Tint Idol Ultra Wear. Okay, here we go. Oh, you gotta type in more. Ultra Wear Makeup Stick. Makeup Stick. Okay, here we go. All right, so the Lancome Tint Idol Ultra Wear Stick. Wow, that's a lot to say. It's $42. So $42 foundation, and looky here, I have two, okay? So that means $84 was spent to figure out a foundation shade that I don't even use anymore. And that's why like I am in love with Wheesearch. And yes, I am a featured creator on Wheesearch and an in-house creator for Wheesearch, but Wheesearch helps you find the products that work for you. So like, if I would have known about undertones at the time and all the other stuff, especially, I don't want to throw Ulta employees under the bus, or just not Ulta in general, Sephora, Ulta, drugstore, Walgreens, CVS, whatever. Whoever's working at that makeup counter, I think that we kind of trust them to like know what they're talking about and give us the correct products based off of that. But that is not the case. That is not the case because they don't have the same face as us, the same skin types as us, the same undertones, skin sensitivities. They just know products that are most popular. So with that being said, the first one I got was in the shade 550, and it is a cool tone shade. I have learned quickly after being into this whole makeup thing that I am not cool toned. Cool toned looks very strange to me on my skin, so I had to go back and get a warm tone one, but I got the wrong shade. Is this the wrong shade? Wow. This is 550 and this is 500. So these are gonna look very different, but I'm gonna test both of those out. We're just gonna split my face down the middle. We're gonna put a cool tone on this side and a warm tone on this side so that we can see the difference. All right, so here we go. So let's start off with, this is the first foundation that was ever recommended to me, and let's see if it still holds up. I do need to grab, let me grab a different beauty blender because I don't want to mix my foundations today. When I think about the way to be. Okay guys, we'll be right back. I'm just gonna wet this beauty blender and we will get to. Okay, we got some damp beauty blenders and we are back. Boom. Okay, I sat down so harsh. But if you are in the chat, can you comment what foundation that you use if you use foundation in your makeup routine? I would love to see what other foundations are out there. Okay, so we're gonna just go ahead and apply this to the face. So remember, this is $42 foundation. I had to buy two, so that's $84. I'm a little salty now, but hey, it's all good. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put like a swipe right here, a swipe there, swipe, boom, boom, side of the nose, here, and all right, there we go. So we have the foundation on. Already it does look a little bit lighter. I wonder, but you see, this is gonna be interesting too because I don't know how this foundation is gonna look. I haven't used it in so long. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this one using a beauty blender. Okay, so one thing about this foundation, it is full coverage. It is a creamy stick, so it is full coverage. It's long lasting. It will last you all day up to like 8 hours or so. And if you use a primer or a setting spray and like all that other stuff, you may be able to get like longer. You may be able to get longer time out of it. Maybe like 9, 10 hours, 12 hours. So it is full coverage. And I'm kind of shook right now because I feel like it doesn't look that bad on my skin. And this has been happening to me lately. I don't get it. Like, I don't understand how I can put on any foundation and it blends in with my actual complexion. Cause like, honestly, see, why do I do this to myself? Try out a new foundation that I haven't used in forever, and then I remember why I bought it. But I mean, I could have sworn, okay, yeah, I see it now. Maybe not on camera, but in person, like as I'm beating this into my face more. I wonder if it's possible to have like cool and warm undertones at the same time. Okay, so on camera, I'm looking at it and it looks like a really good finish, and I'm kind of shook because this was cool. This is a cool tone shade, and before it would make me look like really flat, super matte, look kind of porcelain fake, that kind of way. And right now, I'm not getting that same effect. Maybe it'll oxidize. Maybe that was one of the things that it did before that made me like really not want to use this. So while this one is like setting in place, I think we're pretty blended out. I'm gonna go ahead and apply on the other side. All right, so this is going to be a lot lighter than me because it is the wrong shade. My bad. But this one is a warm tone shade, so let's see how different that looks. And after this broadcast, guys, my face is going to be beat up, so make sure you get your skincare in. Oh, and I did prep my face before starting. I used L'Oreal Moisture Filler as my moisturizer. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this side now. Girl, you should. Okay, so this side is like much later. Hi, Amy. How you doing today? Welcome to the broadcast. So this side is not my shade, obviously. It's like way lighter, and let's see. We're just gonna continue blending this out. I'm good trying to get some work done. Are you at work right now, or are you at home working? Okay, so since this is the same product, just a different shade, all the same properties still apply. It's very creamy, it's full coverage, like super full coverage. It's long lasting, long wearing. It's easy to apply because it's a stick foundation, so you literally just roll it all over your face and then just take your beauty blender, wet damp beauty blender, and blend it out. I wanted to say hi. I'll try to be back in a little while. Okay, thank you so much for stopping in. I really do appreciate that, Amy. Have a good time at work, and I hope you get everything you want to get done today. Okay, so this one's streaky. Huh. That's interesting. I wonder if it's like the lighter shade, but like this one's streaky. It's like picking up the foundation that I'm putting down. Do you guys see that right there? Like, I'm going over it, and it's like picking the foundation back up. It could be this beauty blender too, though, guys. But the other side didn't do that, so I'm kind of... All right. So I kind of wish, like, look at my face right now. We got two-tone face going on. We got dark over here, and we got light over here. All right. But... yeah, I might have to retire. I mean, I'm definitely retiring this side because it's not my shade. It's actually probably like 2 or 3 shades lighter. There we go. I could not think of the word. Like, I literally blanked out. But, I mean, overall, when I first got this foundation, and this is the side that, this is my first foundation ever, I really liked how it looked on my skin. But as it's starting to set and oxidize and really dry down, I do see it getting darker. And right now, I do have a tan, okay? I moved to Arizona, and the sun is super hot. The sun does not discriminate. She burns everybody, okay? And she has been giving me this amazing tan that I cannot deny. And this cool tone right now is kind of working. Like from my skin, like my neck to my face. Like that foundation's kind of working. Interesting, the things you find out later. Okay, let's go ahead and wipe off this whole face and let's get into some more foundations. So just remember, this is a stick foundation. It's Lancome. It's a little bit higher in, $42, but it does work amazing. I mean, honestly, if I had a warm tone in my actual shade, I think I would use this for events where I needed my makeup to last and stay on. It doesn't feel super heavy, but you do feel like you have something on your face, and it is not transfer proof until it dries down all the way, but you don't get that much. So like, let's touch our face, and like, it's not that much. So, I meant to say it is transfer proof. Once it dries down, like, you'll always get just a tad bit of product, but not that much. All right, so now that we two-faced, let's go ahead and wipe this all off and then move into the next foundation. Once again, I've forgotten something, the makeup wipes. But they're close, they're close. All right, here we are. All right. So I'm gonna just take this makeup wipe. And these makeup wipes suck, by the way. I thought they were really good, but they don't get good into the bottom of the bag because I feel like that's where all the liquid is stored. Maybe if I shake them up or something. Because I've been using like 4 or 5 wipes, and that is not okay because wipes are expensive. But these are like charcoal infused wipes. So I'm gonna go ahead and take all of this off. And it's very creamy. Like, it's a stick foundation, so that is creamy, creamy, creamy. All right, let's just get this foundation off. So today's Thursday, everybody. Is there any weekend plans? Tomorrow's Oktoberfest, where I live in Arizona. So me and my roommate are gonna go to Oktoberfest and eat some bratwurst, you know. I don't drink beer, or else I would get a beer, but no beer for me. All right, now we're on wipe number 2. Okay, I'm just making sure I have everything off because I don't want to confound the next product. Did I say my face was going to be super beat up after this broadcast? Because, honey, she's going to be. Whew! All right. So I want to give each foundation the same treatment. And before, my face was moisturized with some moisturizer, L'Oreal collagen filler. So I'm gonna go grab that real quick and I'll be right back. I'm sorry I keep getting up and walking away. It's just realizing I don't have all the things I need. Oh, and also, I woke up this morning to my half of my studio flooded. So that's always a fun thing. That'll get you in the right mindset in the morning. But it's all good because I don't let things hold me back. I'm a super positive person, and I understand that stuff happens in life, and you either roll with the punches or you get punched. You know? So we're still live. We're in the other half of the studio. The important half of the studio, for the most part, is where all my studio equipment is and all that. But all right, I'm just putting some moisturizer on, and we're moisturizing the face. Okay. I'm like really rough with my face right now. I don't know why. Okay, so we're just gonna give this a little bit of time just to set in. This is my moisturizer. And now we're gonna go into two different foundations and we're gonna put them on each side of the face. So that first batch was Lancome Tint Idol Ultra Wear Stick Foundation. And we're about to move on to some more drugstore types. So let's hit Maybelline. All right, our face is setting. She's moisturized, feels baby soft. So let's get into the next foundation. Alrighty then. Alright, so I happen to have three Maybelline foundations. So this is drugstore. These are gonna be way more affordable, and they actually work pretty bomb. I know for a fact that the Maybelline Fit Me and the Maybelline Superstay were like huge foundations on the internet, especially on YouTube, Instagram. Like people were living by these, and I think they still are living by these. They're actually really good foundations. The reason why I have three, I have two Fit Me's, and then I have one Superstay because I totally got the wrong shade the first time. I got Latte, and I'm more of a mocha, but now I think I'm like a one shade darker or a mixture between the darker shade and like a lighter shade or so. But we'll see how they look. I haven't used these since I moved to Arizona, and I've been here for 2 months. I go hiking every single morning, so that means me and the sun are best friends, and we'll see if I'm still these shades. All right, so let's look up the Maybelline Fit Me. So Maybelline Fit Me foundation. All right, so the Maybelline Fit Me foundation is $7.99 at Ulta Beauty, but you can buy it at Walmart for $5.94. That's crazy, that's really affordable. But the prices vary. It seems like it goes anywhere from about $6 to $10, depending on where you order it. Since it is drugstore, you'll be able to find it in Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, any of like those drugstores that are out there, and then you'll also be able to find them in Ulta Beauty. So Ulta Beauty is one of the beauty companies that actually has a drugstore section in their department store, but they also hold higher end, like mid-range products there too. Now Sephora is like your high end for the most part and carry all those expensive products, so you most likely will not find Maybelline in a Sephora. Okay, now the Maybelline Fit Me Poreless Foundation, let's read a little bit about her. Okay, so it says, want the perfect foundation fit? It's all about matching skin tone and texture. Mattifying liquid formula ideal for normal to oily skin. Wow, I read that so weird. Alright, so what it is, it's a matte and poreless foundation face makeup. So it's a lightweight foundation that mattifies and refines pores and leaves a natural seamless finish. So we're gonna see if that's true. It's supposed to blur your pores and give you a matte finish. So we won't be dewy, we're just gonna be very flat. Alright, so I'm not gonna use Latte because that's not my shade. So let's go ahead and shake up this matte and poreless, and this is 360. So I'll give you a little product shot or whatever. So yeah, this is the Maybelline Fit Me, and I am 360 Mocha. Well, I was 360 Mocha. We're gonna see. We're about to see right now. All right, and then for this one, I'm gonna go ahead and apply this one with a brush. So this is another technique that you can use to apply your foundation. One thing I didn't discuss with the Beauty Blender is Beauty Blenders are great for blending out, smoothing, finishing off of your look. But the thing about Beauty Blenders or blending sponges is that they pick up a lot of product. So they suck up spot product into the sponge because it is a sponge. Like even if you look at mine, there's like a little line at the top where the foundation like seeps into. So like right around there. So there's probably foundation that's like stuck in there that I can't use. So you kind of waste product that way. But if you use a brush gives you way more coverage. It doesn't use as much product, and then you can go back over with the Beauty Blender. So we're gonna use the brush to apply, and then we're gonna use the Beauty Blender to, well, blend. And I keep saying Beauty Blender, I mean to say blending sponge. All right, so I'm gonna put a little bit on the back of my hand because, you know, I don't feel like getting up again to get my mixing plate. So let's just dip into here, and let's just hit this side of the face, okay? So like, look at that first swipe, coverage. Talk about coverage, and it applies on easy. So like this is gliding onto my skin, and I just dipped in one time, and we're just gonna start pushing this all around the face, and then we're gonna blend it out in a second. So like with that one dip with the foundation brush, I was able to hit partially my chin area, like the whole side of my face, and then my nose. So that's pretty good as far as coverage goes. But we're gonna apply the other side, the Maybelline Super Stay with the Beauty Blender, and we'll see the difference of how it applies. All right, I'm dipping in the second time, so this is the second application, and we're gonna hit the forehead now. So one thing that you will see with like a beauty blender versus a brush, in all of my experiences with the brush, I've always had to go back over with the beauty blender because I get streaks. Now, depending on what type of brush you use, we're gonna use a stippling brush as well, and then we'll see the difference, because I think stippling brushes work a lot better than these like square foundation brushes. Okay, so we have that on, and it does seem like it's maybe a little bit lighter now, so that makes sense because I got a tan. Now I'm gonna go in with a beauty blender, and I'm just gonna blend this out. So just really smooth it out and get this into the skin so we got a nice finish. Now the Maybelline Fit Me, I've never done a wear test on this, to be honest. I've only used this for makeup tutorials and stuff on my live streams, on my own personal live streams, and I just wanted to test out some more like drugstore products and things like that. So I don't really know like if it's long lasting, but I do know that it gives great coverage. Like the coverage is amazing, as you can see. And as I'm blending this out, like it is definitely matte. Definitely matte. Is it blurring my pores? Not so much. I still see them right there. All right. So let's just go ahead and talk about this side real quick. Boom. All right, so with half of our face on, we have this foundation right here. So this is the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. And honestly, the finish is great. It's definitely matte. It's not streaky. It was streaky when you applied it with the brush. Well, I applied it with a square foundation brush. So it has like those bristles. Like I feel like this is inviting the streaks. Okay? But we do have so it was streaky, but after I blended it out with the Beauty Blender, it's blending out super nice. It's like melting into the skin. It's not sitting on top of the skin. It's virtually weightless. Like I don't really feel like I have foundation on, which is a plus to the stick foundations. I can't talk. The Lancome foundations, those don't feel really heavy on my skin, but other stick foundations, because they're so creamy and heavy, they do. Guys, I saw my reflection and I was like, who is staring at me? Me? But yes, and I'm like, I will like always keep blending, because you know the rule to blending is once you think you've blended, keep blending. Okay, so here we go. I really like this finish. It's very nice. It's definitely matte. Let's let it dry down a little bit more, and we'll see if it transfers or if we'll see if it oxidizes. Because if it oxidizes into my shade, we golden, boom. We golden. Just because of this tan, man. And that I still have that much product left on my hand because I used a brush to apply. So that's pretty good. I'm about to waste this brush. I'm like, use a brush not to waste your foundation, and then waste all the foundation on your hand, because that helps, right? So that was a never mind. Okay, so let's move on to the other Maybelline product. So these are drugstore. These are definitely more affordable than like the Lancome. All right, so this is the Maybelline Super Stay, and this is a full coverage. It says full coverage right on the top of this bottle. Full coverage, yeah, Super Stay. Maybelline New York, lasts up to 24 hours. So that's amazing because foundation, I mean, it could last up to 24 hours, but who knows what you'll look like after 24 hours because all the natural oils from your skin will surface. If you're not using blotting papers or touching up throughout the day, then that's awesome, especially if this foundation can do that for you. I'm just cleaning off the top a little bit because OCD is kicking in. All right, so I'm gonna shake it up. I am the shade 362 Truffle, but I think this will definitely be too light now. So let's see, we're gonna go ahead and do 1, 2, let's do 2 pumps. Okay, and then we're just gonna go straight in and apply this one with a beauty blender, and you're just gonna see how much less we can apply. But this is full coverage too, so here we go. Okay, so immediately with applying this, it's a lot heavier than the Fit Me foundation. So the Fit Me foundation is buildable, and it definitely is full coverage as well. And you can build it up to that full coverage, but literally with that one dip into the product, look at the coverage already. Wow. So that's definitely a full coverage foundation. Man, with that one dip. I like doing broadcasts like these. It makes me remember why I bought these foundations, and then it makes me kind of want to use them again. But I'm trying to stay away from full coverage foundations just because I've been so good with my skincare routine. I feel like why put so much work into your skin and then cover it with full coverage? That's why the last foundation that we will try as I do my full routine of foundation and just like closing that out, whatever, was gonna be with my fave, which is a light to medium coverage foundation. So okay. Typically, you will not be able to put that much foundation on with a beauty blender or a blending sponge, but since it was full coverage and it's literally full coverage, I was able to blend almost all of that out in that one dip with the beauty blender. And then it also takes out an extra step because with the brush, you had to use the brush and then you had to go back in with the beauty blender. This was just a beauty blender, and look at that finish. Okay, so looking at these shades, this one's Mocha, which is a little bit closer to me. This one's Truffle, and at that time I didn't have a tan, so boom. But looking at these two shades, they are very similar in finishes, but you can definitely tell that the Super Stay side has way more coverage, like way more coverage. This side definitely is not lacking in coverage, but full coverage, and I would say medium to full coverage. Just build it up, and you'll get to that full coverage status. But I mean, using 2 pumps and still having a little bit left on my hand and getting a finish like this, yes, I'll say yes. I might have to go pick up another shade of this Fit Me because, but I said I'm trying to stay away from full coverage. Baby, you know I always come back to you. You know I always come back to you. Okay, so those are the Fit Me foundations. The Fit Me foundation and then the Maybelline Super Stay. As you can see, Super Stay is on this side, Fit Me is on this side. So, boom, boom. And I mean, I like both of them. They both have amazing coverage. Super Stay, you can kind of feel it on your face. I don't really feel the Fit Me on my face at all. So, just something to know. Look for. And also, after this broadcast, I will be entering in all of these foundations into our Wheesearch.com and a Weepinion. So if you want to check out what I think about these products and then also find a foundation that works for you, definitely check out www.wheesearch.com for all the product info. What's up, Cook? How you doing? Welcome to the broadcast. So I'm just going over different foundations. So far, we've gone over Lancome. So the Lancome Tint Idol Ultra Wear Stick Foundations. I had 2, a cool tone and a warm tone. And the final thoughts of these, I mean, they're $42 a stick. And they are full coverage. They are creamy. They don't feel like they're sitting on your face. They blend in. But the thing about it is this is a $10, $11 foundation. This is a $8 foundation, and they're just as full coverage. And honestly, I think the finishes are a lot better on these. So like this is like a very smooth finish. And this one's a very smooth finish as well. But I'm feeling like this one's giving me more dewy because you see that luminosity in my cheekbones and all that. And then this one is just like matte. Nothing. It's just, that's it. But, so that's what you've missed so far. So we've gone over the Lancome, and then we've gone over the Maybelline Fit Me, and then Superstay. So this is Superstay foundation right here. And this is the Maybelline Fit Me foundation right here. Cook, which finish do you like better? The Superstay or Fit Me? While I go ahead and wash this all off. All right, going into these trusty wipes. All right, let's just go ahead and pull off this foundation. Hello everybody, if you just joined the broadcast, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and also hit that subscribe button so that way you can see more from Wheesearch in the future. Right now we're just going over different foundations. We have so far tested out 4 foundations. We've tested out the Lancome Tint Idol Ultra Wear foundation, and we used a cool tone and a warm tone shade. And then now we just went over the Maybelline Fit Me foundation and the Maybelline Superstay foundation. So now we're about to go a little bit, not high end like Lancome, but right around there with MAC Cosmetics. And we're gonna go in with the Studio Fix Fluid, which used to be, actually no, we're not gonna do that one yet. Let's, oh, yeah, we're gonna have to do that. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do the NYX Cosmetics on one side, and then we're gonna do the Studio Fix Fluid. So if you watched my Holy Grail video on the Wheesearch YouTube channel, the Studio Fix Fluid by MAC is literally, well, it was my favorite all time, hands down. I wasn't switching. If you asked me 4 months ago, maybe even a month ago, would you switch your foundation? I would have said nope. But guess what? I switched my foundation. And we're gonna get into that at the end. Andrea, what's up, boo? How you doing? I say the one on your right side. On this side right here is my right. Yeah, because I'm not really into full coverage foundations anymore. I think that they look too weird, like it washes out too much of me. So that's why my final foundation that we use today is going to be my new Holy Grail. All right, just cleaning the rest of the face. Just making sure I hit everything. If you use foundation, in the chat, comment what foundation you use. And is it like your Holy Grail? Are you looking for another one? Or would you like to try out another foundation? I'd just like to know. I'm kind of like, once you find a foundation that works for you, keep it. Because that's your base. And you know, we're all about that base. You know I'm all about that bass, about that bass, about that bass. All about that bass, about that bass. I thought I was so clever when I came up with that. It's probably not even that good of a title. I just switched to Tutti Frutti Foundation Mahogany. Tutti Frutti? I've never even heard of that. I'm gonna have to write that down. Let me... What? I thought I had something to write that down. Oh yeah, I have my phone. Here we go. I'm gonna write that down. Tutti Frutti Foundation. I've literally never heard of that brand. Here we go. Tutti. Oh, is it by Urban Decay? Oh, let's see. Tutti Frutti. Oh, by Too Faced. Okay, it's a Too Faced brand. All right, I got it. Too Faced Tutti Frutti Foundation. That's awesome. I'm definitely gonna have to look that one up. Maybe I will grab it and do a review. My hair is so dry. All right. Okay, so now that our face is clean again, I do need to re-moisturize because I want to give every foundation the same treatment. And since I started with a moisturized face, we're gonna always start with a moisturized face. I'm using the L'Oreal Moisture Collagen Filler as my moisturizer. It's honestly the best drugstore moisturizer I've ever used, and it's my go-to now. Like, I'm almost out of it because I use it daily. Yeah, see, we're almost out. So that means later today or maybe tomorrow, I'll be going to pick up another one. Because that's the worst, when your face needs moisture and you can't provide it. Oh. What are your go-to moisturizers if you use a moisturizer? Because, I mean, you don't have to wear makeup in order to use a moisturizer. I would say my passions in the beauty industry first would be skincare, like taking care of yourself, taking care of your skin, self-care, all of that stuff. And then second, it would be makeup, eyeshadow. All right. Hopefully I don't over moisturize in this broadcast and become oily, because that's not good. Whew. Okay. I'm wiping off this foundation from my hand. All right, so we are moisturized. Give me a second so this can set in, and we will pick up from there. So we're gonna give that a second to set in. Now, today, right now, we're gonna use the NYX Cosmetics. So we're gonna go drugstore against mid-range foundation. So my Holy Grail Studio Fix Fluid by MAC Cosmetics. And I bought this one for a review. It's not bad. It's not a bad foundation, but it's not like the best foundation either. But it's cool. It's cool. It's the drop foundation. This one was really popular on the internet as well. So we're gonna go ahead and apply NYX on this side and MAC on this side. It's my face. She ready? Yeah, we good. All right. So let's start off with the NYX Cosmetics Foundation. I'm gonna pull up the information about this product just so we can talk about the pricing real quick. So NYX Cosmetics Drop Foundation, boom. All right, so the NYX Cosmetics Drop Foundation is $13.99, and it is a drugstore brand. NYX is a drugstore brand, so you can find them in Ulta, Walgreens, CVS, Walmart. I've seen some Walmarts with NYX displays now. And depending on where you buy it, it ranges between $10 to about $14, which is the normal range, the normal price of the product, $13.99. Now it says what it is from sheer to full. So your ideal coverage is just drops away with this new Total Control Drop Foundation. Fine-tune this velvety matte foundation with the included dropper. So the cool thing about this foundation is because it's a drop foundation, the way they made the formula is if you use a couple of drops, you're gonna have a light to medium coverage. And if you use like 4 or more drops, then you have full coverage. So it kind of gives you the control, total control, of your makeup and how you want it to look. Because some days you might be having a bad skin day, some days you might be having a bomb skin day, and you just need light to medium, and on the other day you need full coverage, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and shake it up, and we're gonna drop. Now, on like Instagram and like YouTube videos and all the other stuff, I don't know if you guys seen this foundation being used, but people like literally drop it onto their face. And I feel like that's just like all for the hype of it, because I don't think the product was meant to drop like that. It gets everywhere, it's a mess. So I've learned that from experience, so we're just gonna go ahead and drop. Okay, we need product first. That would help, right? All right, there we go. We're gonna go ahead and drop this on our hand. So it's very liquidy. First thing I noticed about this is like it's super liquidy. And let's just jump in with a beauty blender. So the one thing about this foundation that I really enjoy is that it has a velvety matte finish. So matte finishes for me make me look kind of like porcelain and like all the other stuff, which that's not the goal, that's not what I'm going for. Now, if you're going for that porcelain doll-like finish, then yeah, get you a super matte, stay matte foundation. But since I like my foundation to be light to medium coverage, light to medium coverage, and I want it to look more like skin. A velvety finish is going to give you a skin-like finish. So that was a couple of drops. I think I did like 3 or 4 drops. Like, is applying very nicely. Now, a lot of my foundations are not my shade anymore just because I've gotten a tan from living in Arizona. But it's all good, it's all good. We still test them out. Okay, I don't have enough coverage on my forehead for my liking, so I'm gonna go ahead and drop in a little bit more. So let's just get like one, oh, okay. There we go. All right, I'm gonna dip into that, and then we're gonna hit the forehead. All right, we're just blending this out. Okay, so since we're almost, like, we're running out of time and I really want to get to my favorite foundation, so I'm gonna go ahead and, sorry I'm late, but it's the Too Faced New Foundation. Oh yeah, I looked it up. I don't know if you heard me look it up, but I'm definitely going to check out that foundation. What do you like about it so much? Like, what is your, what qualities or properties is drawing you to that product, that foundation? Okay. So looking at the finish of the drop foundation, like, it looks like skin. Like, you see my cheekbones right here, and it's like very velvety finish. We got a nice little glow as it hits the light. I really do like this foundation, and the fact that we could build this up even more and turn it into like full coverage is super dope. It did not apply streaky at all. The coverage is amazing, so it's great coverage, it's buildable. Not streaky, easy to apply, liquidy formula though. So if you don't like liquidy formula foundations, this one is like super liquid. D. But kind of light, if you know what I mean. Smell like watermelon and cucumbers. I don't know if oh, that's the Tutti Frutti. I get it. I don't know if I would like that. I'm not really big into scented makeup. Unless it's like a lip gloss and it tastes or smells like what it is, but other than that, I'm not really that too big into scented makeups. But I'll still like go to the store and swatch it or something. All right, but I like this finish. What do you guys think about the Total Control Drop Primer finish? That's this side. And while you guys are commenting that, I will go ahead and apply the MAC foundation. All right, so this one is the Studio Fix Fluid by MAC Cosmetics. My ex-holy grail. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to give you up, but I just had to. She sells for $32, so a little bit on that pricey end, but it's like your mid-range. So it's better than $42, but it's still $32. And it's not as good as like $14, $8, $12. But I love it. I love this foundation. It's great. It's great. So we're gonna go ahead and pump like 2 to 3 pumps on our hand. We're gonna take our beauty blender and we're just gonna dip in like so. And let's just go ahead and apply this. So like, this is my go-to foundation, so we're about to apply this one fast. I use this all the time. Well, I used to use it all the time. I've since then switched. But one thing you'll notice about the Studio Fix Fluid is that it is full coverage, literally full coverage. A little bit goes a long way. The blendability is amazing. It's so easy to blend out. It does not irritate my skin. It does have a slight smell. So that was one thing that I had to get over with this foundation, is that it has like a kind of like paint smell to it, but it does go away once the foundation dries down. So if you're not into smelly things or like smelly foundations or chemically smelling foundations, definitely this one probably won't be for you. But, honey, you cannot deny, you can't deny this finish. Look at that finish. And I'm not even finished blending, and it looks finished. I think I could just stop here, and we would be golden and great. My little commentary to myself. Ooh. But oof, look at this finish. See, this is why I'm torn. I'm totally torn. You two have to let me know, or if you're in the chat, if you're watching Invisible, if you're watching from the thing, you have to let me know which foundation you like better. So I need y'all to remember. Okay, so look at the Studio Fix Fluid by MAC, and this is the NYX Drop Total Control. Which finish do you like better? NYX or MAC? And I'm gonna read your comments. Full cover. I didn't know I had it sent to. I went to Ulta Beauty, got help to find my foundation in Too Faced. Oh, you didn't know that it was scented? Do you like scented things cooked though? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pop these foundations off. Clean up my face real quick, and then we're gonna get into the last foundation. We have about 10 minutes left, guys. If you have any foundations that you wanna share, or you wanna put your opinion about, make sure you go to www.wheesearch.com and enter in those foundations and your opinion about them. If they're creamy, if they're lightweight, if they're long lasting, maybe they broke you out. That's stuff that people wanna know, because I don't want a foundation that's gonna break me out. I want a foundation that's gonna make me look flawless, okay? All right, so let's just go ahead and wipe these off. Oh, and the thing about both of these foundations, the MAC and the NYX, they do not feel heavy on your face. It does not feel cakey. It doesn't feel like you have a lot of makeup on. They're actually like glide on very nicely, and just go with the flow. Ooh. So while I'm taking off my foundation, do you guys have any plans for the weekend? All right, we're almost there. I'm clearing off my whole face, hopefully, so we can just do a full face of my favorite foundation, and we're gonna really get into that. I gotta go re-dampen my beauty blender as well, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I will be right back, and then we will do my final foundation, my favorite foundation, my holy grail foundation right now, which is the Benefit Cosmetics Hello Happy. Literally makes me happy. That's why I get so excited when I start talking about this foundation, because I want everybody to be able to use light and medium coverage, because it's just that good, I swear. All right, I think we are good. Whew, my face. Trying to go see Venom? Is that like Spider-Man Venom? Or is it like a scary movie? You know, I haven't been to the movies in so long. The first time I went to the movies in probably like 8 months was a month ago, and then I haven't been to the movies since. And I saw some weird movie I don't even remember. I'm not a big movie person. I have to be moving and doing things. All right, I'll be right back. Let me go let me go wet my beauty blender, and then we will do the last foundation of today. All right, and we're back. Okay, so I went ahead and dampened my beauty blender, and we're about to get into this last one of the broadcast. Like I said before, everybody, if you are new to the broadcast and you're just tuning in for the first time, or if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and turn on our post notifications so you know when we post in the future. Also, if you would like to check out my content, I've been killing it on Instagram. Personally, I feel like I've been killing it on Instagram. So all of my social media is in the description below. All right, let's get into this beautiful, beautiful foundation. So this is the Hello Happy Foundation by Benefit Cosmetics. I bought this foundation, I want to say about 2 to 3 months ago before I moved to Arizona, and I just never used it. I used it in the store and I loved the finish in the store, but when I got home, I was so attached to my MAC Studio Fix Fluid that I never even opened the box, used it, tried it out, or anything. That was a mistake. So let me pull up the products real quick. Let me pull it up. Let's see, this is the Hello Happy Foundation. Okay, so the Hello Happy Foundation is $29, so that's not too bad. So, you know, Benefit Cosmetics is like your mid-range cosmetics company, so it's not as expensive as like Lancome or Chanel, Marc Jacobs, etc. And it's not as cheap as your drugstore makeup like Maybelline, NYX, who else, Milani, etc. So this is gonna be in your mid-range, and this is gonna be along like Too Faced, Benefit Cosmetics, who else is in that range that I can think of right now? Tarte Cosmetics, like those, this is that range that this is in. So $29 is not bad for a foundation. I haven't run out of it yet. It is very liquidy, and I feel like I'm gonna run out at any moment, but when I shake it, I still have a lot of product yet, so we'll see. Okay, let's read about it real quick. So it says, Benefits Hello Happy Soft Blur Foundation SPF 15. Boom, important, have some SPF. Evens out skin tone and blurs imperfections with soft focus optical blurring spheres. The lightweight and buildable formula is easy to apply and flashback free. Plus, it contains shea extract, an ingredient known to smooth and help protect skin. So, okay, let's finish it real quick. You're back for a few? All right, Amy, we're almost about to close. We're just using my last foundation, which you've seen, I think, like 6 times now. But thank you for coming back. Let's see. With a natural matte finish and light to medium coverage, Hello Happy Soft Blur Foundation looks like skin and feels like nothing at all. Okay? So, I know you missed all of the other ones. Like, I literally just went through all of these foundations. And then you came back for the one you've already seen. Just how life works. You have to buy, no, seriously, I'm like being dead serious. Like if you have a skincare routine and like you don't have too many imperfections, or you don't really care, like if you like the way your skin is, because it's a soft blur foundation, light to medium coverage. I just always stress that because I don't want people to think that they're gonna get this product and get full coverage, because it's not meant for that. But here we go. So you shake it up. It has a little shaker bottle in to make sure the formula is mixed up. I'm gonna go ahead and squeeze it. You can see how liquidy it is. Like, it's pretty liquidy. It's not as liquidy. It's not as liquidy as the NYX Drop Primer, but it's liquidy, somewhat thick. You know. I always have problems with foundation being so heavy on my skin. Yeah, and that same thing, same Amy. And this one literally feels like nothing. So let's go ahead and apply this. I have a damp beauty blender, and we're just gonna go ahead and apply this foundation all over. Now, one thing I've noticed about this foundation when I am applying it, it does apply kind of streaky, but then as you blend it out, it just like blends into your skin. And I'm wondering if that's like a lightweight formula thing versus full coverage. Like with full coverage, you see everything, but with a lightweight coverage, you're not gonna see everything because it's, well, lightweight. So I'm just gonna go ahead and beat this all in and blend it out. And I just absolutely love this foundation. This foundation gives me life. feel like my beauty blender's playing games right now. Let me switch. Hi, what's up, Caitlin? How you doing today? Welcome to the broadcast. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button if you are enjoying the broadcast. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Just hit all the buttons. Hit all the buttons except for the X button. That's the only button we don't want to hit. Hit that share button, that like button, the post notifications, subscribe, and like if you are enjoying the broadcast. I think I've applied too much foundation today because usually she applies a lot easier, but this is like my 7th foundation I put on my face. Good, how about you? I'm doing amazing. I cannot complain at all. Oh, I mean, I guess I could complain. Half of my studio flooded today, but that's not holding me back. And I'm glad you're doing good. That's always good to hear. All right, and we're just applying on this side too. And just really just beating it into the skin. Yeah, my skin, guys, it needs to recover. Good thing I have the Skindinavia makeup recovery spray. And honestly, it does work. It gives you like back a lot of moisture and a lot of nutrients to your face. And replenishes your skin for your next makeup look. All right. And I'm just gonna go over it one more time and just buff it all into the skin and just really get that smooth finish as it dries down. All right, we are getting there, we are getting there. You subscribed? Hey, Caitlin with that subscribe. Hey, I said Caitlin with that subscribe. Thank you so much, Caitlin, for subscribing to the Wheesearch Beauty YouTube channel. We honestly appreciate that so much. Ooh, okay. Here we go. All right, so as I'm just beating this down, it is drying down. It's starting to dry down. But look at the finish. It is definitely skin-like. It light to medium coverage, like I've said before, but I just honestly can't get over the finish of this foundation. Like, it's so smooth, and it's like where your natural cheekbones are and like things like that is giving me that natural luminous glow. Like, I don't have highlight on, but you see it's popping because it's using the natural contours of my face. And with it being so light to medium coverage and sheer, blends in with the skin, leaving a skin-like finish. It's definitely one that you could fool everybody with. Like, you got foundation on? No, I don't. This is just how I woke up like this, okay? I was in bed and like, whoop, skin. But I mean, honestly, guys, this is like my favorite foundation. I'm definitely about to go, after this broadcast, I'm gonna go on Wheesearch.com and enter in my opinion for this now that I've been using it for a while. It's definitely long lasting. It's buildable, but it's buildable to medium coverage, so don't expect to get full coverage out of it. Skin-like, velvety finish, not cakey, doesn't feel like I have anything on my face because it's lightweight, and Holy Grail. This is definitely my new Holy Grail foundation. Benefit Cosmetics. Okay, well, I gotta go. Bye. I gotta go finish school. All right, see ya, Caitlin. Thank you so much for stopping by. Okay, everybody. Well, that concludes the rest of this broadcast. Yes, you can see that, right? Like, I don't know, I'm just like so obsessed with this foundation, and it's crazy because I wasn't this obsessed with the MAC Studio Fix Fluid. Like, I loved it, it was my skin tone, it matched, it was everything, but for some reason I just get way more out of this foundation. Like, I'm just shook. Sister shook, oh my gosh. The finish. Okay, I'm gonna stop looking at myself. But everybody, thank you so much for coming out to Wheesearch Live with me, Jay Iziah. We went over a lot of foundations today, and my face is beat up. She needs to recover. But we went over, let's do this. the Tint Idol Ultra Wear Stick Foundations by Lancome. We did the Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundations by Maybelline. And then we went right back to Maybelline with the Super Stay Foundation, which is full coverage, full coverage, full coverage. We tested out the NYX Total Drop Primer, which honestly gave a skin-like finish too, a velvety matte finish. I might have to go back and get another shade of this, like my winter shade, or summer shade? Yeah, I think I have to get my summer shade because I got darker. Yeah, so this would be my winter shade. I gotta go back and get a summer shade so I have both. And then my ex Holy Grail MAC Studio Fix Fluid. I loved you, but we're done. And my new Holy Grail, the Benefit Cosmetics Hello Happy. Look at that, look at that. Hello Happy Foundation. But all right, everybody, thank you so much for coming out. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, share the broadcast so everybody can see. And if you have any foundations that you love, that you hate, that you want to give your opinion about or review, make sure you go to www.wheesearch.com and enter in your opinions. If you want to see more from me, all of my socials are in the description below. And I hope you all have a great, wonderful rest of your week and weekend. See you guys on Tuesday. Bye. See you, Cook. Bye, Andrea. Bye, Amy. Bye, everybody who came out today. Caitlin. We out.